Welcome back to the fourth and final segment today of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. In this segment, in our neighborhood spotlight, we're featuring Terramont in Roswell. Is carpet replacing or offering a flooring allowance? Which one is better when it comes to selling a home? And when is the right time to sell a home right here in Metro Atlanta? You're listening to Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. I'm Cleve Gaddis, and I'm here to make real estate clear and simple and worry-free. You can visit us by going to gogaddisradio.com, Gogaddis radio.com. You can ask questions, make comments, push back or challenge things we say. You can share your ideas with us. You can request that we feature your neighborhood in our neighborhood spotlight, just like Terramont in Roswell today. And you can subscribe to our podcast or to our YouTube channel. Before I jump into the meat of the segment, I want to let you know that if you are considering selling your home anytime in Atlanta in the next 12 months, I have got a free service that should be right up your alley. Even if, as I say this, you already are thinking, I know who I'm going to list my house with, you should still take advantage of this program because there's no cost, there's no obligation, and we will paint a very clear picture for you of what is the best option, what is the best route for you to take in selling your home. And it's called the Upside Program. And it's real simple. In today's world, selling a home 30 years ago was pretty simple. List it on the MLS, list it for sale by owner, sell it. Those are pretty much all your choices. Today, you can, and we can help you. Modern Traditions Realty Group can help you with any of these. Number one, you can get an all-cash offer from an investor and close within 21 days or 30 days or something like that. You can certainly do that. Number two, you can list your home as is, where is, with all faults and just sell it like it is, and you can totally do that. Number three, you can make some minor improvements to the home to see if you can increase the sales price. And for example, investing $1 or $2 or $3 and getting $6 or $12 or $15 in return. So technically you want to get $2 for every dollar or $3 for every dollar or $4 for every dollar that you invest. We call that our rehab and refresh program. And we have that option available. We'll also advance you up to $15,000 if you qualify to improve your home, and we'll collect that money back at closing. You get to keep all of the upside. We just get our money back. And the last scenario is maybe you need to buy your new home before you sell your existing home. Some people say I would sell my home tomorrow if I only knew where in the world I was going to move. And I get that. I understand that. When I sold my home a couple of years ago, I had no idea where I was going to go. It was amazing. Once I got my home under contract, I had a few months before I closed, and I got it all figured out and moved into a great townhome just right around the corner. In fact, Tammy, my fiance that many of you have heard on the radio show over the years, she laughs at me. She tells me I really didn't move. I just moved around the corner so I could walk from my old home to my new home. Maybe Cleve will be a big boy someday and actually move out to a different area. But if you're wondering what is the upside for your family, what is the best thing for you in your situation? Because your situation is different than your neighbors. It's different than your fellow church members. It's different than people at work. What you should be doing needs to fit you, and it needs to be the upside for you, not for them. Without any cost or obligation, we will figure out down to the penny in black and white what the prices are you could expect from using any of the 4 or even 5 models for selling your home. There's no cost or obligation. Just go to Go Gaddis Radio, Gogaddis radio.com. Click on the upside. Put in a little information. We'll follow up with you. I will have a conversation with you myself, and I'll work through all those numbers with you myself. And if you're wondering, gosh, why in the world would he offer to do this? The reality is I want everybody to be fully educated. If you decide you want to work with another agent and you don't want to work with us, that's okay. We can understand that, but I want you to be fully educated on what all of the options are that are available for you. Each week, we pick one specific Metro Atlanta neighborhood to call out critical changes to help you understand as a homeowner in the neighborhood whether or not you have a particular advantage when it comes to selling a home. And this week, we're featuring Terramont in Roswell. That's in Fulton County. From 400 north, go to exit 7A, which is Holcomb Bridge Road. Take Holcomb Bridge Road toward Peachtree Corners, and the neighborhood is on the left. So you go past Old Alabama Road, Holcomb Woods Way, and the neighborhood is on the left. And it's a big boy. It's a decent-sized neighborhood. There are about 200 homes in the neighborhood. If we look at what's happened over the last few years, in 2023, there were 4 homes that sold. They took an average of 48 days from listing to contract, and the average sales price was $425,000. In 2024, 8 homes sold. They took an average of 21 days, and the average sales price increased $12,000 to $437,063. Year to date this year, 4 homes have sold. They've taken an average of 39 days listening to contract, and the average sales price is $425,625. If we look at the low price set during the recession, that was 2011. The average home in the neighborhood sold for $105,000. Compare that to the $425,000 average value today, and we know that homeowner equity in the neighborhood has increased $63.6 million. Over the last 12 months, you had 5 homes sold. You have 2 on the market right now, which means it would take 4.8 months to sell those homes. We say if you have under 4 months worth of inventory, it is a seller's market. If you have 4 and 5 months worth of inventory, it is a balanced market, which is where we are in Metro Atlanta. We're on the higher end. If you have over 5 months worth of inventory, we say that is a buyer's market. 4.8 months worth of inventory. The low price is $5,099. High asking price is $519,450. Certainly a good bit higher than the average of $425 set last year. Average list price is $514,000. If you want more information on Terramont or any neighborhood in Metro Atlanta, Modern Traditions Realty Group should be your go-to, and it's easy to reach us. Go to GoGaddisRadio.com or simply call 770-497-0000. If you're looking for a home for sale and not finding what you're looking for, it could be that you are using the wrong website. I know you're thinking, well, wait a minute, aren't all listing websites the same? No, they're not. Especially not here in Metro Atlanta, where we have 2 listing services. We have the first multiple listing service, and we have the multiple listing service, which is FMLS and Georgia MLS. And sometimes listings that are in one are not in the other. Well, our website pulls listings from both listing services, so it decreases the chance that you will miss that perfect listing that might be listed in the other listing service than the one that feeds the site where you do your searching. Just go to suremls.com, suremls.com. A listener question: should I replace the carpet before listing, or should I offer a flooring allowance? I think that's something many sellers face. Should I rip out the old carpet or just let the buyers pick the new carpet? It's really the million-dollar question when you think about it, and I'm so glad we got that question from one of the listeners. And the answer is almost universally the same, and that is you are better off to replace your flooring than to offer an allowance. And here's what happens. And any of you who are listening who are experts in real estate, if you disagree with me, go to GoGaddisRadio.com and tell me. But I believe when you decide to offer someone an allowance, in many cases you pay for what you should have paid for, sometimes 2 or 3 times over. So let's say, for example, a whole house needs carpet and it's going to cost $6,000 to replace the carpet. Now, people say, well, I don't know what the buyer wants. They can pick what they want. Don't worry about that. You're dealing with a real estate agent, if you are, who really understands the market. They can tell you exactly what color carpet needs to be in there that will work for the average buyer. They can do the same thing with cabinet colors and wall paint colors and different types of flooring and wood flooring and LVP and whatever it is and countertops. They can tell you. Agents who have a really good level of experience, they can tell you. But in many cases, something that you would pay $6,000, the buyer says these carpets are worn out and they want $20,000 off. And you say, I'll give you a $6,000 allowance, and they say that's not enough. I want $20,000 off. This house doesn't look as good as the other houses. So I know not everybody can afford to do those kind of things. And if you're listening to this thinking, man, I would like to be able to do a few things to my house before I sell my house, but I don't have any money to do that. All my cash is locked up in my house, which is the case for a lot of people. Don't worry about it. Go to GoGaddisRadio.com. You can participate in our Rehab and Refresh program. So literally click on Contact Us. Say, I want to know about the Rehab and Refresh program. We will come out. We will create a plan for how to get your home from today's condition to the condition that it needs to be for selling. We'll give you a price estimate. We will hire somebody, make all the repairs. We will pay for those. We will collect our money back with closing, and you get to keep all of the upside. This is a classic dilemma for sellers. Do you invest now? Do you let the buyer decide? The pros is if you let the buyer decide, the pro is if you show the buyer what it looks like with new carpet, you're going to entice that buyer. The con is If you let the buyer take the responsibility of the repairs, you're going to wind up paying for it way more than the repair actually cost. I have people ask all the time, how do I know when it's the right time to sell my house? This is a listener question from Evan in Milton. The last one was from Christina in Peachtree City. So is now the right time to sell your house, or should you hit the pause button? Timing is everything in real estate. So how do you know when it's the perfect moment to put your home on the market? And the reality is, it's the perfect moment to put your home on the market when there is something going on in your life that causes you to need to move. I know that sounds like a very simplistic answer, but if you try to time the real estate market, you're probably going to be disappointed. I would say for someone who is looking to sell a home and buy a home, now might be a very, very good time. Their sales price might be a little bit lower than it would have been a year ago, or in just a little bit, but the purchase price on their new home might be significantly lower, and they could get locked in at an interest rate that's around 6% that would probably be able to be refinanced in the next year or two to an even lower rate. So the reality is, it's time to sell when you have the need to sell. We can help you understand market timing and inventory and seller motivation and how all that relates, but it's time for you to sell when something's happening in your life that is causing you to need to sell. I appreciate you joining us for another week's edition of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. We'll be back same time, same channel next weekend. We'll talk to you then, Atlanta. Have a great week.